All right, first day in pads, really liked the energy that guys came out with. I thought it was competitive practice, introduced some situations. That's one of the things that we're really trying to continue to build upon is just the educational awareness or situational awareness, as we're rolling through. So trying to introduce some of those things as we go through the 15 practices. I thought the physicality showed up. I mean, there's some, it was good to see some newcomers going through that first padded practice, some big eyes and moments, but I thought all in all, we had a good tempo, not a great tempo, but a good tempo of practice. Probably it was our best first padded practice day that I would say we've had here, but want to continue to push the tempo throughout the course of practice. Guys get emotional with pads, and we see some of those moments, some teachable moments in just our response, but so it was good. Thought the defense was flying around. Thought there were some explosive plays on both sides of the ball. Pads were popping, and that's a good thing.
Do you get a chance, even more so than in tour duty, to see how guys take coaching and take coaches getting on and things like that?
Yeah, I mean it's. I'll say this. Newcomers are the ones that it's. Sometimes it's different for them, and everybody's got a different background, different way that they've operated, and we've got our standard of growth and development and how we're going to help teach guys through moments, and we want to play with pace. We want to be able to move quickly. We try to create as much of that during tour of duty as possible, and I think we do a pretty good job of it. But when you get with physicality, I mean, there's a different sense of emotion that arises, and I'll tell you, I absolutely love the way our guys are responding. I mean, this is for 23 newcomers. Even in the moments, the reception of coaching and the way that they're trying to apply it, and I really believe that is because of our team. Because in those moments, these guys, it's new for all of them, and even as they're going through it, when you have teammates that are helping coach you through it. It makes it so much better, and I think that's part of a culture. It's a belief. It's guys that care about each other and want to see them achieve success. But if they don't get challenged, there's an opportunity to be stagnant, and we will not do that. So I thought all in all, it was some good work, and you guys are taking the coaching really well.
With pads on, did any particular big men stand out?
We'll have to go back and really watch. I mean, there was great flash moments. I like our defensive front. I liked that group. I mean, Daniel Lyons, I think Bishop's flashed. Jared Verse, he's an explosive player. Tatum Bethune had a couple of really good plays. Just sitting back there watching from the back end of it all. The offensive line. I think. Caden Lyles, blessed. It was good to see those guys move, and I'm really excited about what they're bringing to our team. But there's still a lot of, they've got to develop the confidence in what they're doing every play. Sometimes as an offensive player, your reaction when you're thinking, your reactions maybe aren't as fast. But these guys are doing a good job of learning it. But continue to come along as we roll through spring.
Early impressions with the secondary?
A lot of competition. It's an impressive group, and you take some, the newcomers. I thought, Greedy made some good plays today. He's starting to get more confident in some of the technique fundamentals. You take, I know we've mentioned the other day, but Azare, Sam, I thought Sam looked, every day he's going to get better. And, just as he comes in, you're starting to see the confidence. But I love watching those guys and how they're preparing. Like DeMaury Tate showed up today. I thought he had some good plays and good moments. And then we know the experience that we have returning, but we also see the competition that's there. So I'm excited about what that group can be, and we're going to continue to push there.
Does Trayshawn kind of set the standard with the way he finishes plays?
Yeah, we challenge him with that, and he is definitely the most senior of guys that we have in that room. He had a couple of really nice runs today, and credit O-line, tight ends, all the guys that did their part. But he's you know, you can see him really trying to take his game next level. You know, Lawrence Toafili's playing very confident, you know, as he's come along, you know, with what he's doing. You know, Trey Benson, those guys are, you know, Trey, Rodney. I mean, they're all, I mean, learning through the process. But you know, I like our running back group, and I think we got some talented guys, but Trey is definitely trying to push himself as that trendsetter.
Is there a different level of competition amongst running backs because there is so many different ways you can use all of them?
Well, I mean, you have to be. I mean, what do you do with and without the ball in your hands? I mean, this is an offense that, you know, it will showcase the skill sets that you have, and we want versatility. You know, all of our guys, you know, they can run, they can catch, they can, you know, they have to protect, and so the willingness and the opportunity and seizing the opportunities when you get them, you have to show up, and that's what I'm liking about this team is that you look at all the positions, and you know, guys that have started a lot of games, if they don't elevate where they are, I mean, they won't be starting many here moving forward. So it's good to see that competition and the way the guys are embracing the competition, and you know, we're going to continue to work at that. But I like what I'm seeing.
CJ Campbell had a couple of explosives as well. Is he someone who could contribute?
Yeah, you know, and CJ was a guy last year. You know, he was our you know, scout team, you know, player of the year last year, and you see, you know, what we saw in Trey Ward. I think if CJ will continue to develop, he's got a real opportunity, and you know, I like what I see with CJ. You know, and he's working. Like at the end of the day, anybody can come and talk about what they want to do. You know, he came into this program. He's you know, bet on himself essentially, and you know, I think he's got a really good future here. So excited about where he's coming.
Time for a couple more.
Josh Farmer transformed his body about as well as anybody this last year. How much of a difference do you think that makes for him?
He's going to be fun to watch, and you know, I'm you know, Josh is just he's a worker. You know, he's come in, and like you said, with his body in general, what's happened with his body over the last 3 years, you know, from his junior year in high school to where he is now. I mean, it's awesome, and he moves so well as he'll continue to play with technique and fundamentals. You know, that's the thing that he's got to be consistent with, and if he'll do that, sky's the limit for him.
You mentioned Tatum, but just besides the experience, what do you think he brings to the defense?
You know, I mean, explosiveness, toughness. I mean, all those things that that you want to see in a linebacker, you know, position. I mean, he's an accelerator to the ball, and you know, I think I mentioned another day. You know, he doesn't look maybe the size that what he is, you know, body, you know, weight, strength, all that stuff. But I mean, when he packs a punch and is a true accelerator, he can see through, you know, some of the things that are there, you know, working in front of him. And you know, I had a couple plays today that, I mean, it was flash plays that you want to see a guy with those instincts and physicality when he gets there. All right, thanks, Dirk. Hey, thanks for meeting you guys. Appreciate you.
Have a great day.